Hi, everybody. Welcome to tonight's live stream where we return to Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Several nights ago, I actually already had a stream with level 8 as well as the final level, level 9. However, it didn't go too well due to technical issues with the camera that I had set up. And also, I wasn't very prepared and didn't do well on the boss fights at all and wasted a lot of time. So I figured it'd be best for everyone just to start over on the last two stages. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And here's a new enemy type right here. They appear to have the Oni masks from the No plays or Kabuki plays, one of those. I'm not too familiar with that genre. And up here on the signboard that says Ryukyu, that's the actual kanji for what's now known as Okinawa in modern times. But before Japan took it over, it was its own country known as the Ryukyu Okoku, Ryukyu Kingdom. I need to learn more history about that, though. I only know a fairly vague amount of Japan's relationship with the Ryukyu Kingdom, which wasn't too good. But yeah, a lot of tragic stuff in the early 20th century in particular. Right. Anyways, we're visiting this villager right now. Hanya no min o tsuketa daigun no oze yatte kita. Those men who are wearing the Hanya masks, they've turned themselves into the men wearing Hanya masks, they're actually a bunch of carpenters. Oshira o daikai zo shiteiru rashi. It seems like they're working on the castle. And when we visit the castle later, we'll see there's a whole bunch going on over there. Kono shima wa Ryukyu o ga osameteiru no ja. This island is ruled by the king of the Ryukyu king. Sorry, let me try that one more time. Kono shima wa Ryukyu o ga osameteiru no ja. Okay, this island is ruled by the ruler of the Ryukyu. Sorry, kind of funny how that sentence was put. A little difficult to translate it to English smoothly. In here are some secret passages where we'll be able to raise a whole lot of money. But first we'll have to buy some sandals in order to take advantage of the passages and recover all the money inside of them. But right now I'm dangerously close to dying. Ah, perfect. Found a restaurant. Hey, what's up, Vincent? Thanks for joining the chat again. Playing Mystical Ninja once again. And right now we mostly need to, oh yeah, perfect, the store with the sandals. However, they're $50 a pair, so I need to save up quite a bit of money. And this game is particularly frustrating because you have to purchase a dictionary to advance to the action level. Much like on level 6, where you had to save up 980 Ryo just to get a pass to head on over to the mountains. And in here, even when we get to the action stage, it's quite tough. A couple boss fights and some really palm-sweating platforming. Luckily, on the Gambare Goemon Daishugo, we have a rewind feature. When I played this in the 90s, even using a Game Genie, I would have a ton of trouble beating this stage in particular. I'm trying my best to avoid those carpenters with their hammers. And now we got those guys with the cans. Yeah, the stage is very pretty, though. You have a nice coastline. You can see the ocean in the background. Yeah, the Ryukyu Kingdom, now known as Okinawa, it's very famous for its tropical climates, a lot like Hawaii. Okay, we just need to hit a couple more enemies, and we should have sufficient money to buy all our sandals that we need. Okay, and where was that store? I believe it's right up here. Oh, and the sandals even get more expensive as you purchase them. That's not good. Right, we'll go ahead and explore some of the underground areas where we'll recover a ton of money. Under Ryo, excellent. All right, got our life meter extended. We'll need that for later on. Right, we came out back to the beginning of the stage, so we'll want to head back over. I believe this one next. Another 100 Ryo, excellent. Another golden cat, perfect. And is there one more here? Yes. And that dictionary might be 500 Ryo. I can't remember off the top of my head, but okay. Yeah, another 100 Ryo. Yeah, we definitely almost have enough money to purchase it now. Another cat, excellent. Right now we just have to look for that store and go talk to the king. I see I have 3 concurrent watchers right now. That's excellent. I appreciate your interest. All right, and there's our dictionary, 980. Almost there. Now that we have our yo-yo, it'll be a little bit easier to deal with the carpenters. Yeah, it's a 60 more and we'll have sufficient money. But it would be a good idea to also purchase some extra coins, as they're quite necessary during certain platforming segments when the carpenters are climbing up the wooden planks. Pretty much the only way to knock them out without getting hit yourself is to throw coins at them. All right, there's our dictionary. I'll just spend a minute or so taking out some enemies and farming coins before talking to the king. Oops. Okay, that might be enough for now. There's the Tanuki waiting for us. Yeah, really beautiful how you can see the ocean in the background, such a bright blue. And it contrasts with the Okinawan architecture, which is kind of different than what you'd see in the mainland of Japan. It's a little bit flashier with more red in it. It's kind of like the Chinese and Korean style architecture. Washi ga Ryukyu da. I am the ruler of the Ryukyu. Kono shiru wa sude ni Honya ichizoku ni. This castle has already been, I think he's going to say, infiltrated by the Hanyu gang. Yeah, no torarete yatsura wa kokode. Yeah, infiltrated by the Hanya gang. Nanika ozorashii koto o takurande oru yo da. It seems like they're planning something very dreadful. Mohaya ikoko no yuyo mo nai. Pretty soon the entire country will be in danger. Shiro no moari no shishi zo no hitotsu ga. One of the lion statues around the castle. Kakushitsu uro ni natteru oru yatsura yabo. There's a hidden pathway in one of the statues. Go and stop those guys from what they're doing. And it's pretty crazy how you can just buy a dictionary and be able to have a full-on conversation with him. If only learning a second language was that easy in real life. I've been at my Japanese for almost 20 years now, and I'm somewhat skilled, but I still have a ton to learn, far from a native level. Right, that's the one right there. All right, now we're on to the action stage. I'll go ahead and make a save file real quick. Yeah, this whole area, it's really cool with the lava in the background. And the music in particular for this stage is really groovy. There'll be a lot of Daruma enemies. The platforming gets pretty tricky here. All these jumps and those little platforms that go down like that, they move really quickly. I probably played the stage like at least 20 times in my whole lifetime, but it always makes me nervous every time. Okay, that's destroyed that one. Those guys kind of remind me of the skeleton piles in the Castlevania series. Yeah, since Konami is responsible for both franchises, they no doubt influenced each other. Yeah, definitely since Kid Dracula, he makes a cameo in the very first stage. Oops. More tiny little Daruma heads. And if anyone was curious about those, the Daruma, it was pretty much a famous figure. He was I believe, a Buddhist priest many hundreds of years ago in Japan, and he became so enlightened that he reached a state where he didn't even need his body. He just reduced himself only to his head. So that's why you see those red heads everywhere in Japanese artwork. Oh. Yeah, this section right here is really tricky. Very nice parallax effects for the clouds, though. Whole bunch of layers right there. Ooh, those hammers got way too close. Oh, nice. Ooh, that was pretty crazy right there. All right, and now we're on our now we're on the boss. Let me make another save state real quick. And as you saw from the thumbnail, this guy really confused me when I played this game as a kid. I knew nothing about the Daruma Otoshi, which is a children's toy based on the Daruma. And when I was playing this in the early 90s, I thought it had something to do with the Pringles cans, as they look very similar. And I used to lose on this guy a lot, but once you learn that you can just camp out in the corner over there, he's not too hard, as long as you have sufficient coins. In the Daruma Otoshi game, it's a little like a Jenga, I believe, where you have like a little stick and you try to knock out the sections under the head without toppling the whole thing over. I believe that's how it goes, though. I've seen it sparingly, but not actually being played. Oh, cool, got him from there. When I played this a few nights ago, I ran out of coins, so this battle was giving me a whole bunch of trouble, which made the stream longer than it needed to be. But this time we were better prepared. I was even doing Mario Sunshine last week, and while there's a lot of interest for the game, oops, I died pretty much out of nowhere right there. Yeah, that's kind of a bug where, yeah, if you don't get out of the way, then you'll get hit no matter what, even though you were previously safe. All right, now to the next part of the stage, which gets even crazier. We have a roller coaster segment, which puts some of the Donkey Kong Country games to shame. Yeah, anyways, I was playing Mario Sunshine on the stream, but I just wasn't having fun with it. Very confusing, especially in the portable mode. So I just went ahead and stopped doing that for now, but maybe I'll revisit it again one day. There's far better Mario games out there, in my opinion. But for all of Sunshine's flaws, it does have a really good, very nice atmosphere to it. Oops. Oh yeah, and I'm sweating so hard right now. And luckily, we have our rewind feature. Oh yeah, we can Yeah, that's handy right here. You can keep jumping on the platform if the movement of the other platforms aren't quite going to your liking. Okay, up here. Up there. Oops. Got to get rid of that Daruma, though. It's way too close to us to just jump right on that platform. Ooh, keep missing him. We're running low on coins, too. I'll just try jumping. Oops. Oh, crap. Okay, I think we'll... Oh, I jinxed myself right there. I made it, but then I flinched and jumped off of there. Okay, and jump. Oh. Oh, man. Imagine playing this back in the 90s without a rewind feature or even a Game Genie device. Okay. Oh, did the same thing again. I was on there and then I just hopped off. All right, there we go. Got it. I'll go ahead and do another little save, even though we have a couple lives still. Ooh. Yeah, we're so close to the end of the stage, but... Yeah, there's the knockback effect made famous in Castlevania. Oh. Okay. Yeah, they put those guys on there on purpose, pretty much, just to drive you nuts. And we only have 53 seconds left. I think we'll be able to beat this boss in time. And this guy, he made me rage quit more than any other part of the game back in the day. As his movement is very, it's the return of the Daruma head, and his movement is very fast and sporadic. But I think you only need to hit him twice to knock him away. Yeah, see right there. Oh. Okay, good. We were lucky there. Alright, looks like everyone's reunited. Oh, you gave me... Oh, Princess Yuki, Wujide. Oh, you're safe. Sakochira. Oh, it's not what it seems. Why Honya Danchogun? We're the rulers, the Honya gang. Oh, now we're going to the basement. Chikaro. All right, and next up is the final stage. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for tonight, but we'll be revisiting Legend of the Mystical Ninja probably the day after tomorrow, maybe tomorrow if I have time, and we'll go ahead and complete the game. Yeah, this went much smoother than the other night since I was a little bit more prepared. All right, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I'll be back soon with another stream. Have a good night, everybody.